ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So we will resume chapter 9 verse 13. Let's look at the translation of the 12th verse that says, those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. So those who don't understand or don't want to understand the existence of Krishna or God, this is the verse for them. Now we'll take today chapter 9 verse 13. So, Giriraj Prabhu, please recite this and then we'll continue our culture.
Yeah. महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ देवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिता भजन्ति अनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिम् अव्ययम्. Translation: O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible.
Yeah. Now these, on the contrary, are the people who have understood the aim of life, the goal of life. Let's see the purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this verse, the description of the Mahatma is clearly given. The first sign of the Mahatma is that he is already situated in the divine nature. He is not under the control of material nature. And how is this affected? That is explained in the 7th chapter. One who surrenders into the Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna at once becomes freed from the control of material nature. That is the qualification. One can become free from the control of material nature as soon as he surrenders his soul to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is a preliminary formula. But understand, this does not come easy. Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanvan Mam Prapadyate. That after millions and millions of lifetimes, someone who is searching after the truth finally comes to the conclusion, Vasudevam Sarvam Iti, that I, Vasudev, is all, is everything, is the absolute. I am God. So after millions of life and birth, someone comes to this platform, and then as per Krishna, these are Mahatmas. The Mahatma Stu Durlabham. That these great souls, these most intelligent souls are extremely rare. Similarly, after many, many births, someone gets the chance to hear scriptures like Srimad Bhagavad-gītā and Srimad Bhagavatam. So it's not just a punya or sukriti of one lifetime. If you are here, if you have somehow made it, this is not just by chance or coincidence. This is your hard work, your labor, and the causeless mercy of millions of births that you and I are sitting and discussing all these great literatures. So that is the preliminary formula. Being marginal potency, as soon as the living entity is freed from the control of material nature, he is put under the guidance of the spiritual nature. Again, being marginal potency. Who is marginal potency? It's us. So there is three potency. One is internal, second is external, and the third is marginal. Internal potency is in the spiritual world. External potency is Maya Devi in the material world, and marginal potency is all of us, the Jeev. Marginal means tatastha, meaning there is a margin of error. There is a margin that we can either go to the spiritual world or in the material world. Unfortunately, until today we are in this material world, but we have that margin that we can actually go back to spiritual world. So that is why being marginal potency, as soon as the living entity, that is all of us, is freed from the control of material nature. Where are we right now? We are all under the clutches of Maya. We are in the material nature. And this whole world is Durg. Durg is like a jail, a fort. And who is taking care of this Durg? That is Durga. Mother Durga, that is Maya Devi. And most, I don't have the percentage, but we can call it 99.9%, roughly, is the population that is in Maya, or even more than that. But it is said that being marginal potency, as soon as the living entity is freed from the control of material nature, he is put under the guidance of the spiritual nature. What does it mean? Krishna says, Devi Yashi Gunmai Mam Maya Duratya. He says that it is extremely difficult and almost impossible to overcome Maya. Mameva ye prapadyante mayaitam tarattite. But there is a way. What is that way? If someone surrenders unto me, then they will be able to cross over this impossible Maya. So if someone is following, and in simple words, how do we do that? By surrendering to our Guru. So when we surrender to our Guru and work as per the instruction of our Guru, we are actually surrendering to Krishna. So that is the way that we will be freed from the material nature and will be put under the guidance of the spiritual nature. The guidance of the spiritual nature is called Daivi Prakriti, divine nature. So when one is promoted in that way by surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one attains to the stage of the great soul, Mahatma. The Mahatma does not divert his attention to anything outside Krishna because he knows perfectly well that Krishna is the original Supreme Person, the cause of all causes. There is no doubt about it. Such a Mahatma. Do we know Mahatma? Atma we all know. Soul, living entity, us. And Mahatma means Mahan Dhana Atma. Mahan means great plus Jeev. So someone with a great personality is called Mahatma. So such a Mahatma or great soul develops through association with other Mahatmas, pure devotees. Pure devotees are not even attracted by Krishna's other features such as the four-armed Mahavishnu. They are simply attracted by the two-armed form of Krishna. They are not attracted to other features of Krishna, nor are they concerned with any form of a demigod or of a human being. So again, and this is completely on the bhav stage. Okay? You ask a mother who is the most beautiful person in the world and she will say, it's my child. Even though the child is not very attractive. Still, because the mother has emotion, she has that unconditional love towards her child. That is why it is on the platform of emotion and bhav. Similarly, if once we just get that small drop of emotion, bhav, praying for Krishna, then we will not be attracted to any other form. What to speak about this earthly humans or the denizens of heaven or the demigods. Even we won't be attracted to the other form of Lord Krishna such as Mahavishnu or Narayan. We won't be actually. The Gop Sakhas, when they got to know that Krishna is a VVIP person, very, very important person, how did they come to know? Once in the morning before Brahma Muhurt, Nanda Baba, the father of Lord Krishna, he went and he dipped in Mother Yamuna. And it was an auspicious time. He was not supposed to actually. So when he did that, there was an offense, and as per offense, he was taken inside Patal Lok as a punishment. And then Krishna goes looking for his Baba, his father. And then he gets to know that he has been taken to Patal Lok by his Rishikesh, he is Yogeshwar, he knows everything. So he goes to Patal Lok. And as soon as he goes to Patal Lok, to Nanda Baba's shock, so in Dharti here, in his Bhaum Lila, he has no importance. People call him thief. They call him a black person. They call him notorious. They call him all sort of names. Krishna. It's like that he says that please give me respect. I am God. And they say, you are not a God. So they won't believe that he is a God. And they're just calling him names. And they are bullying Krishna to an extent that Krishna starts crying. That is the extent. And when Krishna comes to this Patal Lok, all the demigods, including Varun Dev, they just rose from their chair, their throne, and did dandavats. And then Nand Baba is shocked. What just happened? And then they are starting to glorifying Krishna. And there's tears and there is so much of emotion as they see Krishna. And then Varun Dev says, you know what, Krishna, I knew that he is your father, and please don't think that this is a punishment. I kidnapped your father so that I could have your darshan. And then Nand Baba says, oh really? Is this how my child Krishna is valued? Then he releases Nand Baba, Krishna takes Nand Baba and comes back to Vrajadham. As he comes back, then Nanda Baba is narrating this story. Oh, do you know? This is how Krishna was treated. And everyone's like, our Krishna? Really? Did the demigods, did Varun Dev treat him like a king? Oh yeah, he said that actually he's God. He is actually Narayan. Oh, is it? Then all the Gopsakas, they come and they say to Krishna, 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 please take us to Vaikunt. We want to go to Vaikunt. And Krishna says, Arey, no, this is better. No, we have heard so much about Vaikunt in the Shastras. We actually want to see that Aishwarya form of Narayan, of Lord Vishnu. We want to go. And they were really adamant. So Krishna says, okay, fine, let's go. Let's all go to Vaikuntha. Then Krishna disappears and everyone, they go to the gate of Vaikuntha. Now there are 7 gates of Vaikuntha. So Vaikuntha means a place where there is no kuntha. Kuntha means worry, stress, depression. There is no influence of the 3 modes of nature. So now they cross the 6 gates, and in the 7th gate, as they're crossing, they are stopped. Wait, where are you going? We are going to meet our friend Krishna. What friend Krishna? Oh, our friend, you see that person? And then they're looking at Krishna in Narayan form, and they're like, oh wow, we've never seen Krishna like this. He looks exactly like our baby Krishna, but look at him. Now, instead of wearing a simple uttari and dhoti with no borders, it's like he's wearing a golden helmet, and there is all sorts of ornaments, armlet, jewelry, and everything, and he's looking so dashing and so effulgent. And you see all these servants, they are doing chamar and peacock feather, and they are glorifying him. And then they say to that we have to go. That's my friend. And it says, no. There is no friend of Narayan. What do you mean no friend of Narayan? He is our friend. And they shout, Krishna, Krishna. And then Krishna is busy because there are Lord Shiva is offering his prayers, Lord Indra is offering prayers, Lord Brahma is offering prayers, and he's attending to all those prayers. And they are yelling and they are shouting, but Krishna has no time for them here. Actually, Lord Narayan has no time for them. And after that, then they say, wait a second, where is Maya? Where is mother? So the people of Vaikuntha, they start laughing. They say, mother? What do you mean mother? Where is mother of Krishna? And they start laughing. Oh, you innocent people, you innocent boys, don't you know? God has no father or mother. Sarva karane karanam. There is no cause to Narayan. So how can you say he has a mother and father? And they are shocked. What? Krishna has no mother, no father, and where is Gaya? What is Gaya? Where is cow? And again they start laughing. Do you know? Sorry. Do you know? This is a high profile elite society. This Vaikunt is like a high-tech city. You really think you will find cows? Go to the village. Then they think there is no Maya, there is no Gaya. Look at this Krishna. He is not even responding to us. What sort of place is this Vaikunt? We don't want to go. And then Krishna, through his side eyes glance, he is mocking all the friends that you only wanted to come and see this Vaikuntha family. You were so happy playing with me in Braj, but you wanted to see this. Now see, this is my Aishwarya Bhav. And they say, Krishna, we never want to come to this place again. We want that villager boy playing with us as Govinda and Gopal. This is what we want to see lifetime after lifetime. No other form. We even reject your Narayan form. And If you have gone to Tirupati Balaji, this is just a glimpse. You have to stand in queue, and it's not people like me who is standing in the queue. Lord Shiva is standing in the queue, and there is a calendar, and Jay and Vijay, they are actually standing with a clock. Okay, your time is only 1 minute 30 seconds. You go and quickly you say or talk whatever you have to. And if you don't do that, they actually have a whipping stick. And they whip with their stick even to the demigod. Just imagine. That is the position of Narayan. That is the Aishwarya Bhav. This is mentioned in the scripture. This is how it is. This Tirupati Balaji is just a trailer of the Vaikuntha planet. So then they come back and they say, never take us back to Vaikuntha. So the point is that one who has tasted, as the Shad Goswami says, that one who has if someone has attraction to material world, you should never go to Kesi Ghat and look at that bluish black boy called Shyam Sundar. Because if you just see him once, that's game over. You will never fall in love with anything that is material. He is going to steal your heart, this boy, Shyam Sundar. So anyone who has tasted just a drop of the nectar of Lord Krishna will not even want to look any other feature of Lord Krishna. This is the addiction of the form of Shyama Sundar. So they are not attracted to other features of Krishna, nor are they concerned with any form of a demigod or of a human being. They meditate only upon Krishna in Krishna consciousness. They are always engaged in the unswerving service of the Lord in Krishna consciousness. So again, the chanting that we do, and that is going to come in the next verse, the chanting that we do is not something ordinary. We have to understand, we have to transcend from the three modes of nature. We have to transcend from ignorance to passion to goodness. Now, if we are attending Mangal Aarti and if we are going to the temple, we are doing service, we are chanting our rounds, we are still on the platform of goodness. But we have to transcend that as well, meaning that we should have no connection at all with our body. We should not be at bodily connection, bodily platform. If someone says something to us and if it hurts our ego, that means we are still on the bodily platform. Because still there is this subtle body of mind, intelligence and false ego. And mind it, false ego is the last thing that is going to go. So we have to come to the platform of transcendence. Like in the last lecture I told you the story of Guru Maharaj, right? That how he handled that situation. When everyone was pointing out that, oh, they did this to you, they did that to you, he just said, no, they serve Prabhupada, they are still serving Prabhupada, and this is all that matters. Now that is an example of having no false ego at all. We would have just said, oh yes, you're right actually, you know what? They should deserve this, they did this to me, they did that to me. But what he saw, that forget what they did to me, they are serving Prabhupada. Right? And it is not easy actually. Only a Mahatma, a pure soul can actually think, say and act on that platform. Now let's come to 9.14, again one of the most important verses. Every verse is important in Bhagavad-gītā, but this is one of that verse that all of us must know and we are practicing, and if we are not practicing, we have to practice in our life. Yes, Giriraj Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Gita.
Krishna Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatvancha Dhanavata Namastaischa Mam Bhakta Nitya Yukta Upasate. Translation. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with a great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion.
So the question comes, isn't it, that you people are always chanting, you're always chanting. Who has told you to chant? You people don't do any work. You have given up all the activities and you all become sadhu and babajis and you just chant. Where is the proof? Who has told you to chant? Why karm hi puja hai? Work is worship. Why do you chant? Here, Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridvrata. So he's saying that always chanting my glories. He is talking about Mahatmas. And in the last chapter, he has already confirmed that such a Mahatma is very rare who understands that I, Vasudev, Krishna is supreme. And in the 11th chapter, final verse, he says that you work for me. Isn't it? The essence of Bhagavad-gītā. Mat karma krena mat parmo mat bhakta sangha varjita. Nirvair sarva bhuteshu yah samameti pandava. So he's saying that you work for me. Now here he is saying that always chanting my glories. And then he's saying that these people are Mahatmas. So there is a connection that the people who say that, oh, why do you leave your work and you chant Hare Krishna all the time, you don't do anything? No. We are only working under the instructions of Krishna. Who said that we left work? Are we not breathing? Are we not eating? Are we not sleeping? Are we not working? Are we not earning? We are doing everything, but we are doing it as per the words of Krishna. Why? Because we have to go back to Krishna. That is the aim of our life. So we have not ceased to work. We are working, but it's just that now we are not working as per you. We are not going to pub. We are not going to watch movies with you. We are not going to have frivolous talks and abusive languages and checking out other gender. So that means we have stopped working. No, that's not the case. We are still working. We are doing exactly what's needed for us to do. But we are doing it on the terms of Krishna, on the terms of Bhagavad-gītā and Shastra. Let's see the purport. The Mahatma cannot be manufactured by rubber stamping an ordinary man. His symptoms are described here. A Mahatma is always engaged in chanting the glories of the Supreme Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead. He has no other business. He is always engaged in the glorification of the Lord. In other words, he is not an impersonalist. When the question of glorification is there, one has to glorify the Supreme Lord, praising his name only. Praising his holy name, his eternal form, his transcendental qualities, and his uncommon pastime. One has to glorify all these things. Therefore, a Mahatma is attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what are we to be attached to? 4 things. What are the 4 things? Holy name, eternal form, qualities, and the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Okay, again I repeat. Remember this thing and write it down. Because this is a common thing that will come again and again. Okay, and everyone must know that these 4 things we have to be conscious and make an effort to do and follow. What? Name. We have to be attracted to these 4 things. Name, holy name, the eternal form, the transcendental qualities, and the pastimes. Okay? One has to glorify all these things. Therefore, a Mahatma is attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who is attached to the impersonal feature of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmajyotir, is not described as Mahatma in the Bhagavad-gītā. He is described in a different way in the next verse. The Mahatma is always engaged in different activities of devotional service as described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Hearing and chanting about Vishnu, not a demigod or human being. That is devotion, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, and Smaranam, remembering him. Such a Mahatma has firm determination to achieve at the ultimate end the association of the Supreme Lord in any one of the 5 transcendental rasas. To achieve that success, he engages all activities, mental, bodily, and vocal, everything, in the service of the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, that is called full Krishna consciousness. Okay, let's understand this. So, such a Mahatma has firm determination to achieve at the ultimate end the association of the Supreme Lord in any one of the 5 transcendental rasas. What does it mean? Antakalitya mameva smaran muktva kalivaram. That in the end, we have to go back to Krishna. This is the goal. That is why you and I are sitting and discussing Bhagavad-gītā, studying Bhagavad-gītā. Because our goal is to put a full stop to this cycle of birth and death. Why? Because by default, I should be happy. Am I happy? No, I am not. Every day and night I'm struggling. I cannot sleep properly. I cannot laugh. I have so much taxes to be paid. I am worried about my future. I am worried about what people think about me. There are so many things. So how can I breathe? How can I be happy? But I want to be happy. It is my swabhav. It is my nature to be happy. So why am I not happy? I am not happy because I am in the wrong place. That is why I am not happy. So then what is the right place? The right place is in the 15th chapter, 7th verse. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad-gītā, Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. That when you come to my place, this is your home, your eternal home. Mama vansha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Manashasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. That you all are my part and parcels, you belong to me, but you are struggling so hard with your five senses and your mind in this material world. Come back to me. Come back to me, to the place where there is no need of sun, there is no need of moon, there is no need of electricity. You never take birth, you never die, you never become sad, you never grow old. All you do is just enjoy and be happy. Sat, Chit, Anand. You are full of knowledge, you are eternal, and you are full of bliss. You never become sad in that place. So that place exists. And we come to know that by Bhagavad-gītā. And this is our end goal, that we have to put a full stop to this material misery. Why should I die? Why should my parents die? Why should my loved ones die? Why should they betray me? Why wouldn't they listen to me? Why does my best friend insult me? Why didn't I win first prize? So all these anxiety, why am I going through that? No one questions. But that is Athatha Brahma Jigyasa. We have to question that. Why is this happening to me? I didn't do anything wrong. But why that happened to me? A girl who was abused. Why? Why did that happen to her? She was good in this life. But why? So all these things, everything has an answer. And in the end, we all have to put an end to this misery and go back to the place where we'll be eternally happy with our actual parents, with our actual house and everything. And that is Krishna Lok. And there, out of many rasas means mellow, rasa means a relationship with our creator, that is Krishna. There are top 5 ras. Okay? It's 16, but there is top 5. And these top 5 are Sakhya, Dasya, Shanta, Vatsalya and Madhurya. That we can have relation with Krishna either in the neutral ras, or as a friend, as a servitor, as parents, or as lovers, husband and wife. Sorry, only wife, not husband. Yeah. So we have to have either one of these rasas with Krishna, and that is why we are doing this bhakti. To achieve that success, he engages all activities, mental, bodily, and vocal, everything in the service of the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. That is called full Krishna consciousness. In devotional service, there are certain activities which are called determined, such as fasting on certain days, like the 11th day of the moon, Ekadashi, and on the appearance day of the Lord. All these rules and regulations are offered by the great acharyas for those who are actually interested in getting admission into the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the transcendental world. So yes, that is austerity. We feel pain. Nirjala Ekadashi, oh, not a drop of water. And you are chanting throughout the day. And then Ekadashi, Janmashtami, you have to do all sort of seva. And you are not eating, you are not drinking anything. But in the end, even though we are not doing it for any result, but there is result. You are going back to Krishna Lok. That is guaranteed. So the Mahatmas, great souls, strictly observe all these rules and regulations, and therefore they are sure to achieve the desired result. So we must always fast on Ekadashi. Always, no matter what others says. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Lord Krishna himself, he asked just one thing from his mother. And that one thing was, Mother, please give me a boon. What do you want? I want you to observe Ekadashi throughout your life. Yes, I will do that. So just one thing, you observe Ekadashi, and she did. The mother of the Lord of the universe, she observed Ekadashi. So as described in the second verse of this chapter, not only is this devotional service easy, but it can be performed in a happy mood. One does not need to undergo any severe penance and austerity. He can live this life in devotional service guided by an expert spiritual master, and in any position, either as a householder or a sannyasi or a brahmachari, in any position and anywhere in the world, he can perform this devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thus become actually Mahatma Great Soul. So if we are in this path of bhakti, and if there is any problem we face, is actually because we are still materially attached. That someone told this to us, Prabhuji, or why did they insult us? Can't they see we are doing so much of seva? And why he or she is always after my life? They are making fun of me. Why are we bothered? Because we are actually still on the material platform. Because if someone has, let's say, 100,000 billion or trillion dollars in his account, and if someone takes, let's say, 5-10 euros from his account, he won't bother, isn't it? He is not going to fight, hey, give me my 5 euros back. How dare you take this 10 euros? No, because he knows that he has unlimited. All the thieves of this world combined together cannot steal that sort of money that you have. Right? So he knows, that is why he is unbothered by petty thievery. But, and we are in the same boat actually. We have Krishna, we have Harinam. This Harinam is not at all ordinary. This is not from this world. I've told you repeatedly now that this Hare, Krishna and Ram is not at all ordinary. This has come in Mahabhav stage, when Srimati Radharani and Krishna were in complete Mahabhav. Then this Hare Krishna Mahamantra came from their heart, and then they gifted us in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They said, because earlier there was so much of rules and regulation, and no one knew how to chant this, but then he comes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then he distributes it freely to this world. So that is not something ordinary. And we have this Harinam who is even greater than Krishna. Harinam is actually greater than Krishna. Because if we see Ramayana, in the Ramayana, we have two characters. One is Shurpanakha and the other is Mother Shabri. Now Shurpanakha, he had direct access to Ramchandra, who is God, who is Krishna himself. She sees, she falls in love with Lord Ramchandra. And Lord Ramchandra is standing in front of Shurpanakha. But still, what happened? Her nose is cut. You know the story, isn't it? So, Ram is present, but still, she didn't get Ram. On the other hand, Mother Shabri, she was just a teenager when she lost her guru, Matanga Rishi. And he said, you chant Ram Naam, and one day Ram will come. And she became old. Every single day, she took Ram Naam, every single day. And in the end, what happened? Surpanakha goes to Ramchandra and still doesn't get Ramchandra. And Ramchandra comes to Mother Shabri and she gets Ramchandra. So she doesn't even go. Ramchandra himself comes, walks through the forest inside the cottage of Mother Shabri. So this is the power of name. That Krishna will sell himself to someone who does offenseless chanting, who is chanting with his heart, not because we have to chant our quota of 16 rounds. That is also not bad. Do that. Do that every day, whether we want or we don't want to do that, because that pleases Prabhupada, that pleases our Guru Maharaj. But if we go a step further, the mind won't let us go. But let's say we slap our mind, as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur would say, slap your mind 100 times after you wake up and before you go to bed. because that's your enemy. Make him your friend. Tame your mind. So let's say we rise above those 16 rounds of mechanical chanting and actually chant with our emotion and vow. Krishna will sell himself like he sold himself to Mother Shabri. And then he takes Mother Shabri back to Godhead. So now you understand the power of Naam. It's even greater. That is what he said, Ram se bada, Ram ka naam. Right? So yeah, chanting is very important. As I quoted Prabhupada, he says that 99% of our spiritual progress actually depends on our chanting. 99%. And whatever we are doing today, reading Bhagavad-gītā, serving in the temple, observing Ekadashi, Janmashtami, everything is so that we can chant our rounds attentively. Okay? Yes. Next, 9.15.
Yeah, Prabhu.
ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यज्ञन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्. Translation: Others who engage in self-sacrifice by cultivation of knowledge worship the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many, and in the universal form.
Yeah. So engage in sacrifice by the cultivation of knowledge. Worship the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. That means that the study, the cultivation of knowledge is also a sacrifice to Lord Krishna. Because then the question may come that, okay, Prabhuji, if we have to become Bhakt, then why are we studying Bhagavad-gītā? We are studying Bhagavad-gītā because we are worshipping Krishna through our knowledge, through our intelligence. And this is what Krishna says in the end. That those who study this Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna is very happy with someone who studies Bhagavad-gītā. He says that they worship me with their intelligence. And he says that though I treat everyone equally, but someone who preaches this message of Bhagavad-gītā, he is the dearmost to me. And that is why we are making this attempt to preach Bhagavad-gītā, and all of us should actually do this. First, we have to learn it very properly. We have to understand the true meaning without any deviation, Bhagavad-gītā as it is. And once we have labored very hard and we have studied very, very properly, then we go out and preach this message to everyone. Why? Not to make followers, but to please Krishna, because we want to become the dearmost to our Krishna. Let's see the purport. This verse is the summary of the previous verses. The Lord tells Arjuna that those who are purely in Krishna consciousness and do not know anything other than Krishna are called Mahatma. Yet there are other persons who are not exactly in the position of Mahatma, but who worship Krishna also in different ways. Some of them have already been described as the distressed, the financially destitute, the inquisitive, and those who are engaged in the cultivation of knowledge. But so there are four kinds of people, right, who come to Krishna. One, who has some problems in their life. They have nowhere to go, so they turn to Krishna. Second, one who is poor or who is looking for money. So they start worshipping Krishna because I am in so much of trouble, I desperately need money. Oh Krishna, I worship you, I pray to you, please give me money. So Krishna says, fine, I accept you. The third one who is inquisitive. They want to know what's all this? What is the dream? What is this sleep state? What is this waking state? What is life? What is death? The inquisitive. Who made me? Who am I? Inquisitive. And the fourth one is who knows there is God. But now they want to know more about God. Okay, the cultivation of knowledge. So Krishna says, I accept all these four, but these are the four kinds of people who come to Krishna. And then Mahatma is someone who is completely devoted to Krishna and no other form even of Krishna. Only the two-handed Shyam Sundar form of Krishna, Radhe Shyam, that's it. But there are others who are still lower, and these are divided into three. First, he who worships himself as one with the Supreme Lord. Second, he who concocts some form of the Supreme Lord and worships that. And third, he who accepts the universal form, the Vishwarup of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and worships that. So the first one is the Mayavadi. He who worships himself, Soham, as one with the Supreme Lord. Aham Brahmasmi. Soham, I am that. I am God. So that is the lower category. The second one, he who concocts some form of the Supreme Lord and worships that. That I like this actor so much that I will worship. I know, very funny. My roommate now, he's a sannyasi by the way, but in a different sampradaya. So he told me he was from a village, and then he said one of his uncle. We know he was very close. We were very close with each other families. So he said that his uncle had the photo of one of the actresses of Bollywood. And every day he would show agarbatti, incense sticks to the photo of that actress. Just imagine how insane. We would laugh about it, but it is actually true that people do worship humans. They think of them as gods. And then they have their statues and they have their temples, in fact. And they go and they bow down, and I don't know. Now they might have Chalisa of them as well. Chalisa or whatever, I don't know. Prayers for that. So that is the second category. The third one is he who accepts the universal form, the Vishwarup of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and worships that. Out of the above three, the lowest, those who worship themselves as the Supreme Lord, thinking themselves to be monists, are most predominant. Can everyone please mute themselves? Such people think themselves to be the Supreme Lord, and in this mentality they worship themselves. This is also a type of God worship, for they can understand that they are not the material body, but are actually spiritual soul. At least such a sense is permanent. Generally, the impersonalists worship the Supreme Lord in this way. The second class, again. Now, the impersonalist, or the people who think that they are God, is actually wrong in one sense, but at least they are thinking there is a God. Okay, that is why they are in the lower most category. The second class includes the worshippers of the demigods, those who by imagination consider any form to be the form of the Supreme Lord. Again, worshipping a Devi Devta is not wrong. Okay, I can worship Lord Ganesh, I can worship Mother Durga, I can worship any other form, Surya Dev, I can worship. It's okay, fine. But to think that everyone is same and one, that is wrong. That is foolishness. If I worship Lord Ganesh thinking that he is Krishna, or if I worship Sun Surya Dev Vivashwan thinking that he is Krishna, no. That is incorrect understanding. That is going to hurt Surya Dev and Lord Ganesh even more. They are not happy with such a conception. That is why we are again and again coming back to this material world. Why? Why didn't we get liberation? We should have gotten liberation, isn't it? But no, because we had this incorrect understanding. You worship, that is okay, but you understand that sun god is also getting power from someone. Lord Ganesh is also getting power from someone. Mother Durga is also getting power from someone, and that someone is Krishna. Sarva karane karanam. Ishwar Param Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. And nowhere the Shastra says otherwise. Even if the Shastra says that, okay, Devi is supreme, that is only restricted to this material world and not the spiritual realm. Okay? So yes, worshipping is not wrong, but worshipping thinking that they are all one, I worship Mother Durga and I will reach Krishna, no, that's wrong understanding. That is wrong. So that is the second category. And the worst part, and I don't want to hurt the sentiments of most of you, because I know most of you have already fallen trap. Please understand that don't take anyone as God unless they are not mentioned in the scriptures. Because just to make money and on the pretext of religion, people make God out of someone. Yes, they might be great saints. Their philosophy also might be good. but that doesn't make them God. And then people are coming from all sorts of places to visit that place. And they are giving all sorts of donation. That is wrong. Please, as devotees, we have to be very careful that we have to introspect actually. We have to see that is this mentioned in the Shastras? If not, Shastras are the words of Krishna, dear devotees. The Shastra has been written by Vedavyas, who is Lord Krishna, who is Narayan himself. So other than Shastra, we are not going to do or entertain anything. Okay, please understand that. Moving ahead. And the third class includes those who cannot conceive of anything beyond the manifestation of this material universe. They consider the universe to be the supreme organism or entity and worship that. The universe is also a form of the Lord. So what is the third? That it is all energy. There is no form, there is nothing, it's just energy. So that is the third category. Okay? Moving ahead, 9.16.
Abhishek Nivedika. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Am I audible?
You are audible, Prabhu.
Aham katurham yagya tadaham hamaushadham antro aham devajam hamagniraham hutam. But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering.
Yeah. The Vedic sacrifice known as Jyotistom is also Krishna, and he is also the Mahayagya mentioned in the Smriti. The oblations offered to the Pitralok or the sacrifice performed to please the Pitralok considered as a kind of drug in the form of clarified butter is also Krishna. The mantra chanted in this connection are also Krishna, and many other commodities made with milk products for offering in the sacrifices are also Krishna. The fire is also Krishna because fire is one of the 5 material elements and is therefore claimed as a separated energy of Krishna. In other words, the Vedic sacrifices recommended in the Karmakan division of the Ved are in total also Krishna, or in other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. This is the genius of Prabhupada. As it was getting so tough and tough to understand, it is also Krishna, that is also Krishna, that is also Krishna. Prabhupada so easily summed everything. The last sentence is the most important sentence. Those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto Krishna are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. As we discussed in our previous classes, the moment we are born, we are indebted to so many people. We are indebted to our parents because they brought us to this material world. We are indebted to the local community, to the nation. We have to pay taxes. We are indebted to Indradev. We are indebted to Suryadev. We are indebted to so many Devi and Devtas. Why? Because someone is giving us light. Someone is giving us oxygen. Someone is giving us coolness. Someone is giving us warmth. Someone is giving us vegetation. Right? So much of indebtedness. And then we are also indebted to our Pitra, as we discussed, because this is Pitra Paksh that is going on. That we are all indebted to our ancestors. Because I will share one very interesting quote after this class. We are actually indebted to so many people. Because of them, we are here and we are breathing fine. This is all their hard work. So we actually are indebted. But what do? We keep on paying taxes throughout our life. We are working. Why? Just to pay taxes. So we are living. Why? Just to keep on doing sacrifices and just getting rid of our debt. No. Instead, if we just take to Krishna consciousness and chant our 16 rounds, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 16 rounds, 108 times. That's it. No more debt. We are debt free and we go back to Krishna Lok. Our Sanchit karma, all the karmas are completely wiped off and we go back. Okay, 17th.
Kumar. Yeah. पिताहमस्य जगतो मातदाता पितामहः वेदं यं पवित्रमोङ्कार श्याम यजुरेव च. Translation. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of the knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rig, the Sama, and the Yajurvedas.
Thank you, Prabhu. The entire cosmic manifestations, moving and non-moving, are manifested by different activities of Krishna's energy. In the material existence, we create different relationships with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. Again, in the material existence, that is where we are today, our life, we create different relationships with different living entities. So someone becomes our friend, someone becomes our sister, someone becomes our brother, teacher, student, father, mother, wife, lover, whatever, neighbor. So these are all the relationships that we create, who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. They are all Krishna's energy. Under the creation of Prakriti, some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator, etc. But actually they are parts and parcels of Krishna. As such, these living entities who appear to be our father, mother, etc. are nothing but Krishna. In this verse, the word dhata means creator. Not only are our father and mother parts and parcels of Krishna, but the creator, grandmother, and grandfather, etc. are also Krishna. Actually, any living entity being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. All the Vedas therefore aim only toward Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but a progressive step toward understanding Krishna. Now, how do we understand this? We understand it this way, that we know that there is a very wealthy family in India called Ambanis. Okay, they are one of the most wealthy person of India. Any person who is born in that family is an Ambani, isn't it? We will say, oh, that's an Ambani. Why? Because he comes in the line of that family. Similarly, everyone born in this material world is part and parcel of Krishna. Mamayavanshi jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So this is the sense in which this has been put forward. So this is not something in Mayavad concept that okay, everyone is Krishna. Yes, everyone is, but in this context. You understand the context? So everyone who is from India here is an Indian. And what is in it for me and you? For me and you is understand this thing very, very carefully. We are where we are today because we have certain problems. We have problems, we have some disease, and that is why we are in this material world. And we have to cure that disease to be able to go back to spiritual world. Now, we are put in a certain situation again and again. For instance, let's say, every month I have to go to the hospital to take some flu shot because I have some problem. Or if I have mental problem, I will go to the mental hospital every once in a while, probably every 2 days, every 3 days, or maybe permanently. Why? Because I have to be cured. I have a certain problem. Or let's say if I am a drug addict or I have anger issues. So I will go to places where they will cure me of that addiction, isn't it? So similarly, this is a jail, Dukhalaya Shashvatam. We are sent here because you and I have some problem. We have disease. And then what happens is, to cure us of that disease, we are given a family. We have mother, father, family as in children, spouse, neighbor. And then our test begins. Okay, send him to the hospital. What is the hospital? Our house. Get him to live with other patients. Okay, who are the patients? Our father, mother, this and that, the people we are living with. Now observe this patient. How is he behaving? Is his disease of anger issue, is he able to cure that? No? Okay, again, next life, again give him another set of parents. another set of children, and another wife, or whatever it is. And now see, okay, from last time there is improvement, but still there is some anger. Oh, again, third time, third life, again give him the same. Now, oh, now he has become better, but now we see that there is another problem. What? He overeats actually. Okay, now again, next life. Observe him. So understand that whatever has been given to us today is all to observe us, whether we are able to go back to Krishna. And when it is said that everyone is Krishna, it is because everyone has Krishna as Paramatma in their heart. So I should not be mistreating anyone. My parents, my kids, my spouse, my neighbor. Vidyavinay Sampanne, Brahmana Gavihastini, Shuni Chaiva Shapakicha, Pandita Samadarshina. Understand, everyone has Krishna in their heart. And if you do anything, you hurt anyone, Krishna, you are hurting Krishna. Because they are connected to Krishna, they are part and parcel of Krishna. If I cry, Krishna cries. If I make you cry, Krishna cries. Okay? So in that sense, understand this is how intricate and this is how subtle this is. If we don't understand this, we will get that situation again and again. You think that you will escape? No. If you have some issues, you better deal with it right now. Because if you think that, oh, if I change my situation, if I change my partner, let's say I divorce someone or I go somewhere else, or I do anything else, let's say I change my country, your problem is not going to get solved. Why? Because Krishna put you in that situation. First thing, it's your karma, your prarabdha. But second is that Krishna wanted you to learn a lesson. Did you learn a lesson? You didn't. You mistreated your wife or you mistreated your husband. You did not learn the lesson. So you don't think that divorce is a situation. I'm just taking the hypothetical situation. This is not only about divorce. This is about any other thing. Okay? Let's say I want to run from this place because, I feel that if I go to Australia, I will live peacefully. Do you think? Grass is greener on the other side. I will have my other sets of problem in Australia. Why? Until and unless I learn the lesson Krishna wanted me to learn. Why? Because Krishna wants me back in his house. But I have problem. The state government will say we cannot release this person. He's a crazy person. If he goes out on the street, he is going to cause harm to others. That is why we have to treat him in the mental ward first. And then once he is treated properly, then we can release him out on the street. Same Krishna does with us. We are all mental patients here. And he's checking, okay, is he fine? Is he now in that position that he can come back to me? Maya Devi says, no, wait, I don't think yet. Let me test, let me observe him more. Okay, then your test increases. And then you clear all your tests and then you go back to Krishna. So now do we understand this family life? Understand. And now you understand why it is saying that this is Krishna, that is Krishna. Because Krishna is sitting as Paramatma in everyone and Krishna has one-on-one relation with everyone. So if we do anything to anyone, it is directly going to Krishna and that news is reaching to Krishna's actually. Okay? Ayendra Prabhu, one of the greatest Kirtanyas, he would say, because what happens is that people go to Vrindavan because now these reels and everything is so popular nowadays, and then there are people who on the garb of devotee, they will dress themselves and put on makeup and they will not wear appropriate Vaishnav attire, Matajis, and they are going to roll on the floor and dance and make vlogs and videos. And then there is cheap crowd that is attractive. And unfortunately, there are some Kirtaniyas as well. So Ayendra Prabhu was very strict. He would say that, what do you think? They are not ordinary girls. They are actually gopis. And they have come here to test you. If you are playing kirtan, you are playing mridanga, kartal, harmonium, and you are sitting in the kirtan clapping and singing, and in spite of seeing the beautiful Shyam Sundar and Gaur Nitai Krishna Balram in front of you, if you are seeing these girls dancing with the inappropriate clothes, then actually they will go and complain to the Sakhis that this person is not yet to come back to you. Sakhir Anugata Kara won't happen actually. So that is why be very careful that you have to only look towards Krishna and Radharani or Krishna Balram or Gauranga. Moving ahead. So all the Vedas therefore aim only toward Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but a progressive step toward understanding Krishna. That subject matter which helps us purify our constitutional position is especially Krishna. So we just discussed, right? That we are purifying our existence. I had anger issues. I am getting over that, or I have oversleeping issue. I have overeating issue, or I am so careless. I am so lazy. I don't work, or I cheat. I steal. I do this and that. I have so much of problem. This is all purification. Similarly, the living entity who is inquisitive to understand all Vedic principles is also part and parcel of Krishna, and as such is also Krishna. In all the Vedic mantras, the word Om called Pranav is a transcendental sound vibration and is also Krishna. And because in all the hymns of the four Vedas, Sam, Yajur, Rik and Athar, the Pranav, the or Omkar is very prominent, it is understood to be Krishna. Okay? So understand this and also understand that when we are put to any situation, good or bad, Krishna wants us to learn from that situation. And if we haven't learned, let's say I have a problem and my problem is I always find faults in everyone. They do 99 good things, I would ignore that, and they do one good thing and I am sitting like an eagle just to catch that one fault. So Krishna keeps giving me chance. Okay, it happened once. And then I understood, oh, actually I made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, fine. Next time. Again, the test comes. And again, I do the same thing. Oh, I'm sorry, Krishna. Okay, no problem. Third time, fourth time, fifth time. It's happening again and again and again. Now Krishna is very patient. He has all the patience in this world. But the problem is that he's sitting as Paramatma now. And Paramatma is neutral. The Paramatma is just witnessing me. He's saying, okay, take your time. Don't worry. I can wait here for one kalpa. I can wait here for a million kalpas actually. Till that time, you purify yourself from this disease of fault finding in another. I am not going to take you to the next step of your test. First you clear this step. Then you go to the next step. Then you clear that step. You wait, I wait. No problem. ये यथाम माम प्रपद्यन्ते तां तथैव भजाम्यहम्. You take one step, I take one step. You take 5 steps, I take 5 steps. This is how Krishna deals with us. So that is why we have to see that every situation, there is a learning. Did I learn the lesson? If not, then that situation is going to present me in some other form, but that situation is coming. I did not escape that situation. Maybe now for some time, but no, that situation is coming back to me again. So understand, this is what life is all about. And that is why we need association of devotees. And just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, that's it. Everything will be purified, because what happens is now we are speaking on the platform of Paramatma. But when you chant and when I chant, Krishna then favors us. You know, the judge, when the judge is sitting on the chair of the court, he is a judge. But when the same judge comes to the house, he is a father. Then he will just slap his son and say, you made a mistake. Don't repeat it. And I will not send you to jail. But if he's sitting on the seat of the court, he is bound to send his son to the jail, because the place has changed. Similarly, when we are non-devotees, then Krishna is sitting silently as Paramatma. But now when we are making an attempt to become devotees, then Krishna becomes like that father who will slap us. Definitely, if we do something wrong, we will pay for that. But then Krishna will say, don't worry, I won't let you go to jail. Kauntya prati janihi name bhaktah pranashyati. I will not let you fall down, but you better sudhar jao, meaning that you change your attitude and you cleanse yourself from this problem, this disease. Okay? So I'm going to stop here and we'll open the floor for question and answer. We have completed 9.17. We will begin from 9.18 the next time. Okay, please raise your hands and you can ask your questions. Vedas Prabhu, is this for question?
Oh, yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Please. Yes.
Prabhu, when Krishna was here, all Brajvasis were in Grihastha ashram, right? So,
Pardon, can you repeat?
when Krishna was here,
Mm-hmm.
all Brajvasis were in Grihastha ashram.
Not all, most of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
गोलोक में भी फिर गृहस्थ आश्रम होता है.
Yes, Prabhuji, क्यों नहीं? So it's complete replica. See, गोलोक में सब कुछ वही होता है जो यहाँ पर होता है. Okay, it's the same. It's just that the place has changed, but the leelas are the same. Okay, so there are all relation. We have a proper home, Prabhu. We have our father, mother. We have whatever our swarup is. We have everything. Even if I'm a peacock, I'll have my own family. Even if I am I don't know what, a deer, I will have my own family. Okay, so it's the same.
Yep, thanks, bro.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Shyamasakhi Mataji, sorry. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji 9.17 के हिसाब से मतलब in everybody's heart Krishna is there. That's true. I do agree. But thing is, inside family, like it's not possible to go with everyone. So sometimes conflict happens. So even though we'll make them understand, maybe I may be wrong, other person may be wrong, or something. So, but it's true, like we cannot go with everyone. So in that case, तो हम कैसे कह सकते हैं कि if we can see that person from Krishna perspective.
You understand Mahabharata and you see Yudhishthir Maharaj. How did he deal?
But वो हम तो वो level पे अब तक आए नहीं ना युधिष्ठिर महाराज.
But that is why we are reading Bhagavad-gītā, no Mataji? Why are we reading Bhagavad-gītā? Because every day we are going on a war. Bhagavad-gītā was spoken on a battlefield to Arjun, who was going on a war. Now Krishna is saying that every day is a war for you and I. As you spoke, yes, there will be family members who will agitate us. There will be our relatives or boss, whoever it is, they will agitate us. But we have to become Yudhishthir. What does Yudhishthir mean? Yudhishthir mean that when there is Yuddha, fight, you become sthir, calm. Okay, don't become agitated because Mataji, whoever is disturbing or torturing you or me, it's not them. They are just the medium, Mataji. They are Krishna. It's our prarabdha. Abhi, when Krishna doesn't desire, not a blade of grass can move. So you really think that Krishna didn't desire, he didn't sanction and we are getting all this torture? Can that happen, Mataji? Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So then where is the understanding? That if something is happening to me today, that is because of my prarabdha. I can escape. Maybe I will leave this house, I will go to someplace else. But don't think that the misery will not follow you. It will follow through someone else. Now it was maybe it could have been your sister-in-law or your husband, but now it could be your friend, or it could be your boss, or it could be your circumstance. That will not go away, Mataji, because that is your prarabdha. Only the person, the face has changed, but the thing is coming at you. Understood?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So how do we deal? Yeah. The question is how do we deal, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do we deal as Mataji that to the degree we are surrendered to Krishna, to that degree Krishna is going to give us the power of tolerance. Because when Krishna was asked by Narad Muni, what is the best quality in your devotees, he said, Titikshva, the deep power of tolerance. Okay? Now, because my bhakti is kacha, it's not very strong. That is why if someone says anything to me, I am hurt. How did she or he say that thing to me? I was always good to that person. How did he misunderstood me? I never said that, but someone else said that. I said that. I never said that. All these things are going in my mind. But if I am advanced, if I'm completely surrendered to Krishna, the same situation will be there, but Krishna will guide you in such a way, he will give you the strength that you won't be bothered, Mataji. Like an umbrella, okay? Bhagavad-gītā is an umbrella. What happens is the rain is still going to come. Don't think that by reading Bhagavad-gītā I will not be having any trouble in my life. No, you will still get trouble. But when you open the umbrella, what happens? You are untouched by the rain. The rain is still going there, Mataji. The problems are still in your life, but you will not be bothered by that problem. Someone is yelling at you, someone is screaming at you, someone is doing wrong to you, you won't care about it. Why? Because I have umbrella. The rain is not touching me. I am dry, I am not wet. Similarly, when I have the umbrella of Hari Naam in my hand, let people say whatever they have to, let people torture me, do what they have to. Trust me that Abhi, with our mind, we are not able to understand what I am telling you. But when you come to that level, Mataji, like I told you the story of Sakubai, isn't it, from Maharashtra? Sakubai was beaten by her father-in-law, mother-in-law, and by husband every day. He used to count her husband 50 slaps every day. He would slap 50 times. And then she would do all the household chores. And then in 3 days, she will just get one roti to eat. That was the pathetic situation of Sakubai. But she did her duty because she was trained in a way that, okay, she has to serve. And she did that. But throughout her existence, she was one of the greatest devotee of Mauli, of Vithala. And she only had one desire, that when will I go and I will take darshan of Vitthal. Every day she had that hope. That is why she used to wake up the next day, that I will go and I will take the darshan of my Vitthal. And one day Vitthal comes disguised as her childhood friend. And then she says that, you know what, we both look alike. Do you want to see Vitthal? She says, oh yes, I want to see Vitthal. So then here Lord Krishna says, disguised as her friend, that you go, I will become Sakubai and I will live with your family. Then Sakubai says, oh no, they will kill you actually. You won't be able to tolerate it. Then Krishna says, don't worry about me. If you want to see Vitthal, this is your last chance. And then Sakubai runs towards Vitthal. And then Krishna becomes Sakubai. She goes, she sees Vitthal, she loses her life. She just took that darshan because she was dead inside. The only reason she was alive was to see Vitthal. The moment she saw Vitthal, she loses her life. She dies. And then there is funeral and everything. And after some time, Rukmini, wife of Lord Krishna, she says, where is my husband? And then she gets to know that, oh, this is what happened actually. He became Sakubai and now he's stuck because the real Sakubai is dead. So then Mother Rukmini, she actually makes the dead Sakubai alive again. And then there is a swap. So the moral of the story is that even through what is your and my torture, are we tortured in such a way that the people we are dependent on, they are beating us and they are torturing us and they are not giving us to eat? No, we are not even close, Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is a true story. This is not some made up story. This is a true story of Maharashtra. Because she had that high taste, Mataji, that the whole purpose of my life is to go take darshan of Vitthal, because she was in love with Vitthal. So if we have that love for Krishna, trust me, the day you actually sit down, take Bhagavatam and start reading it no matter what, you will forget everything. No matter what. But Maya is very strong. Maya knows our weakness inside out and she will pinch exactly at the point where it's going to hurt.
Yes.
She knows. Yeah. Isliye we have to have our sadhana very, very attentive every single day. It is not going to come immediately, Mataji. It's going to take years and years. Why? Because lifetime after lifetime we have served Maya. So she is not going to let us go easily. When we are in a gang and we know everything about that gang, do you think the gangster is going to let us leave? Because the gangster knows if he goes out, he or she will tell the whole world about me and my gang is going to get trapped. So she won't let us leave, Maya Devi. So that is why we have to be very patient, Mataji, very patient, but very attentive in what we do every day. And trust me, a day will come. I can see personally the things that used to irritate me, agitate me 5 years back. Now the same things, I just laugh and shrug it off. Doesn't matter. So I can see that improvement, and that is why I'm telling you that maybe it will be difficult to understand now, but when you are here for a considerable time, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, that things won't be bothering you anymore. Okay, Mataji?
Yeah, I understood. Suppose I keep trying, but in between I died. Then my next, but again I have to come back to this world because I don't have enough vision for all, right?
Yeah. But then you will be going to a better family, na? That is what Krishna says in Bhagavad-gītā. That those who did small bhakti but could not complete their bhakti, they will be born as Vaishnavas. Then you will have a good platform to further progress in your bhakti.
Means again I have to come back.
Yes, again you have to come back, but then, so you and I have to come back again and again until we are non-envious of anyone. Till the time we are envy of even one person, whether they are good or bad, doesn't matter. Ehi, Mahaprabhu says, Ehi bhalo, ehi man, ye shab bhram. Meaning that thinking that this is good and this is bad, this is all illusion actually. Yeah, so we have to understand that this is a very difficult game of Maya. We are stuck very badly, Mataji. But the good part is that we have Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have another question. Like I got to know from someone suppose somebody is initiated in ISKCON. Yes, we are coming under Prabhupada's umbrella. But thing is, suppose we are not able to please Prabhupada. Still there will be a chance we'll go to Golok?
No, never.
Never, right?
Never. No, there is no way.
That part, no. If you are coming under ISKCON, then definitely we'll go to Golok. Then I told her it is possible.
ISKCON means Prabhupada. ISKCON is Prabhupada's body. So, let's say that you are worshipping Lord Shiva and you are disrespecting Lord Ganesh. Do you think Lord Shiva is going to bless you because you are worshipping him? So, if you are aiming to go to Krishna and you are disrespecting his most beloved bhakt devotee, Prabhupada, so do you think Krishna will take you back? That is illusion. ISKCON is Prabhupada's body. You cannot go to Golok without Prabhupada's mercy. No way.
No, that person is initiated everything. Still, after getting initiation also, but we don't know whether we think everybody thinks we are doing great, but we don't know whether Prabhupada is our Guru, Krishna, Prabhupada is happy with us or not. So still there will be some love also. Suppose we are not doing chant, still I feel like I don't do chanting properly, thoroughly. Still, like I look into mobile while doing chanting, so my chanting is not that much attentive. Still, it's often. So how can I claim like I'll go to Golok?
Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, sorry, Mataji. Yeah, please repeat.
Yes, like I'm talking about myself. Like still, I feel my chanting.
Oh yes, yeah, got your question, Mataji. Yes, definitely.
Then how I can claim like I'll go to Golok?
No, we cannot claim, Mataji. I cannot claim even after 1 million lives that I can go to Golok. The only hope is Prabhupada.
Yes.
I am not saying that I am capable of going. I am saying that I will get mercy of Prabhupada. That is my only shelter. Okay, understand this. That this is a confidence that my grandfather is going to take me back to God. Why? Because he is my grandfather and I am his grandson. So he is going to come for me no matter what. But if I say that no, I have no relationship with Prabhupada and I will go on the strength of my bhakti, then I am the fool number one. That is not happening. Okay? It's all mercy, Mataji. All mercy. Okay. Haribol. Any other question? Ankota Prabhu, you wanted to say something?
Yes, if can I come in now? Yeah.
I think we have some more questions. So let's see. Yeah, Bhavana Mataji, do you want to ask something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have a question like you said that we all have a house in Gaulok. Like if we do chanting and everything, after that, once we die, we go to Gaulok. Then in Gaulok, we will have same like we'll remember all our lives, all our things, or we will be having a new life.
No, so okay, this is a very deep question, Mataji. It's not that you will you won't be able to understand in just one lecture in some words. So we all are in Golok even now. Okay, this life is like a dream state, but this is not a dream, and it is very difficult to understand. Okay, this is extremely difficult to understand. So initially we are all in Golok Dham only. But just because of illusion, we are here, and we are here also at the same time. So that is why, Mataji, I'm telling you, it's not very easy to understand. But coming back to simplifying your question's answer is that once we go back, will we be able to understand everything? Yes, because Atma is Sat Chit Anand. Okay? We are not able to understand our past life because that is a mercy of Krishna. Nahi to let's say if I become a very wealthy man, a king in this life, and last life may if I was a dog, then I will be mentally traumatized. Or let's say in my last life I died in a very, very bad way. I still have phobia. Let's say I was drowned in water and I died. So I will definitely have phobia of water. But if I remember that, I will have nightmares every night. So that is why it is a special mercy of Krishna that we forget our past lives. But that is in the conditional stage. Once we go back to Golok Dham, now that is between Krishna and us. There is also Yogamaya. Like Mahamaya, she makes us forget everything here. Similarly, there is a Yogamaya. So now it is between Yogamaya and Krishna, they are setting whether they want us to remember or they don't want us to remember what's happened. But taking the instance of Srimad Bhagavatam, actually Markandeya Rishi wanted to see once this material world. And within 1 second, he just goes through millions and trillions of lifetime within 1 second. And after, when he opens his eyes, he's still there. He's still there. It's just 1 second that passed. And Krishna is still sitting, but he remembers everything. That I have been through millions and trillions of lifetimes. And he says, my dear Krishna, may I never see this Maya again. So based on this, I can tell you that yes, we might remember there. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Geetanshu Prabhu.
प्रभु जी मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था, हालांकि बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन नहीं है, ये हमने एक वर्ष पढ़ी थी अभी कि जिसमें ये लिखा था कि कृष्णा इज एवरीवेयर, लाइक कृष्णा बेसिकली हमारे पूर्वज भी कृष्णा है, हमारे मदर भी कृष्णा है, फादर भी कृष्णा है. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये बात तो मायावादी भी बोलते हैं ना. तो मतलब फिर डिफरेंस मोर ओवर आइडियोलॉजिकल, अगर इस वर्ड्स के अकॉर्डिंग हम देखा जाए तो कहीं ना कहीं मायावादी भी वही बात बोलते हैं, कृष्णा लाइक गॉड इज इनसाइड मी एंड आई एम द गॉड ऑफ एंड.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं बोलते हैं. वो बोलते कि मैं ही कृष्णा हूँ. अभी तक आपको यही नहीं पता कि मायावाद का मतलब क्या है. Mayavad doesn't say that God is inside me. Mayavad means I am God. A devotee never says I am God.
तो अभी जो वर्ष में हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे उसमें ये
Prabhu, I explained you what does it mean. You don't listen, do you? I explained you know what it means. That when it is said that is Krishna, didn't I give you the example of Ambani? क्यों बताया मैंने वो एग्जाम्पल, आपको क्या समझ में आया?
बट प्रभु जी अंबानी इज बेसिकली सरनेम, कि अगर मेरा सरनेम शर्मा है तो मैं सबका मतलब मेरी जो फैमिली हो गया, मेरे एंसेस्टर्स है वो शर्मा में ही आए.
तो कृष्णा है मतलब एवरीवन इज स्पिरिचुअल ना. ममय वांशे जीव लोके जीव भूत सनातना. Everyone, when it is said is a part and parcel of Krishna, तो उसको कृष्णा बोलते हैं. आप उसको लिटरल सेंस में मत लीजिए. उसका इंडिकेशन है भैया कि अगर ये वेल्दी फैमिली से हैं तो ये वेल्दी हैं, ये पुअर फैमिली से तो ये पुअर है. अब कृष्ण के फैमिली से आए हैं, ममय वांछे जीव लोके, सब पार्ट एंड पार्सल है, तो वो कृष्णा ही है एक फॉर्म में। मेरे पिता और मेरे में फर्क नहीं है। समझ रहे हो इस एक्सप्रेशन को? आप उसको लिटरल सेंस में ले रहे हो। आप क्लू समझो कि सब चीज को कृष्ण की तरह देखो। तब मैंने इतना लंबा चौड़ा रामायण सुनाया आपको, क्यों? कि आप समझो कि हर एक व्यक्ति में कृष्ण है, और आप अपनी भूल सुधारो और वापस जाओ कृष्ण के पास। अगर मैं आप में कृष्ण नहीं देखता हूं प्रभु जी, और मैं आपको मिसट्रीट करूं, मैं आपको गालियां दूं, मैं आपको लात जूते मारूं, पत्थर फेंकूं, तो फिर मैं कैसे धाम जाऊंगा? और यदि मेरा आदत है कि किसी को भी देख के मैं गाली देता हूं, पत्थर उठा लेता हूं फेंकने के लिए, लेकिन मुझे पता है कि अरे इसमें कृष्ण है, तो फिर मैं ऐसा नहीं करूंगा ना, राइट? तो ये समझाने के लिए है ये चीज, ठीक है? मायावाद सीधे बोलते हैं कि मैं ही हूं कृष्णा, तुम ही हो कृष्णा। यहाँ पे समझाया जा रहा है कि हाँ वो कृष्ण है, परंतु अचिंत्य भेद भेद है। अचिंत्य भेद भेद मीन्स दैट है भी और नहीं भी है। किस लिए है? क्योंकि वो उनके अंश हैं, इसलिए। अंबानी का बेटा अंबानी, ओबराय का बेटा ओबराय, गरीब, अब जो भी है, ये गरीब बस्ती के लोग हैं, ये चोर लोग का कॉलोनी है, ये है, ये वो है, ये यादव लोग हैं, isn't it? सब उस ग्रुप में आ गए। तो क्योंकि सभी जीव कृष्ण के ही पार्ट एंड पार्सल हैं, तो इसलिए बोल दिया कि ये कृष्ण है। बट अचिंत्य भेद अभेद, ये मायावाद भाष्य नहीं है। मैंने बोला था उस समय, आपने ध्यान नहीं दिया कि ये मायावाद भाष्य नहीं बोला जा रहा है। यहाँ पे समझाया जा रहा है कि आपको कैसे ट्रीट करना है किसी को भी, ठीक है? ओके प्रभु। हाँ,
कि जो अभी भावना माता जी ने एक सवाल पूछा था कि हम लोग जब उधर जाएंगे गोलोक में
प्रभु जी, माता जी ने सवाल पूछा, आप क्यों पूछ रहे हो सवाल?
अरे मैं उसी से पूछा, उसी से रिलेटेड सवाल है। जो अब जैसे कि हम लोग अगर गोलोक इन फ्यूचर अगर मैं गया, तो जो हमारी मुझे एक डिफरेंट बॉडी मिलेगी, या फिर मेरी आत्मा ही वहां पे जो है वो ही रहेगी कृष्ण के साथ?
अब क्या जवाब दूं मैं इसका आपको? ना मैं गया हूं ना आप गए वहां पे, राइट? सच्चित आनंद होता है प्रभु जी, सच्चित आनंद स्वरूप मिलता है। ये बहुत, देखो मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ कि माता जी शायद पहली बार या दूसरी बार क्लास में आऊंगी। मैंने कितने बार बोला है कि जो क्लास का टॉपिक उससे पूछो, आप उनको नहीं पता है, आपको तो पता है ये चीज। अभी आप स्वरूप सिद्धि की बात कर रहे हो। स्वरूप सिद्धि प्रभु जी बहुत हायर स्टेजेस में होता है लाइफ के। जो सिद्ध संत होते हैं उनको पता चलता है कि उनका क्या स्वरूप है। तो वो जो भी आपका स्वरूप होगा आप उस फॉर्म में होगे, परंतु वो सच्चित आनंद का फॉर्म बना होगा। जैसे मान लो कि जस्ट हाइपोथेटिकली, यदि आप वहां पर एक पत्ते हो, ठीक है, गोलोक धाम में आप एक लीफ हो, तो आप एक लीफ का फॉर्म होगा, परंतु वो क्लोरोफॉर्म और जिस चीज का यहाँ पे लीफ बना होता है उस चीज का नहीं होगा। वो लीफ बना होगा सत, चित और आनंद का। ये स्वरूप है। कृष्ण जब आते हैं इस धरती पे प्रभु जी, तो कृष्ण हमारी तरह उनका खून और हड्डी मांस ये सब नहीं होता है उनके शरीर में। वो सतचित आनंद से भरे होते हैं। अब इसको कैसे समझा जाए? परम पूज्य राधा गोविंद महाराज जी समझाते हैं कि आप ऐसे समझ लीजिए कि आपने एक ढांचा बनाया है चाशनी का, हनी मैन, ठीक है? अब उस हनी मैन में क्या भरा हुआ है? हनी भरा हुआ है। ढांचा एक मनुष्य का दे दिया है, परंतु ऊपर से नीचे वो क्या है? शहद है, वो चाशनी है वो। उसी तरीके से ढांचा तो एक इंसान का है। अनुग्रहाय भक्ता नाम मानुषम देहमास्थितम, मनुष्य का देह लेकर आए हैं वो। ढांचा मनुष्य का है, 2 आंखें, नाक, होठ, शरीर, 2 हाथ, 2 पैर, सब कुछ, परंतु अंदर उनके हड्डी, मांस, मज्जा ये सब नहीं है, खून वगैरह नहीं है। अंदर उनके 3 चीजें भरी है, सत, चित, आनंद। तो प्रभु जी जब हम वापस जाएंगे उस धाम में, जो भी हमारा स्वरूप होगा उस स्वरूप के अनुसार हम सत, चित, आनंद में ढल जाएंगे। भौतिक शरीर नहीं होगा। थोड़ा बहुत समझ आया? हाँ, पर अभी ये सब क्वेश्चन नहीं होने चाहिए आपके। अभी पहले बेसिक समझिए। गोविंद का मतलब, गोपाल का मतलब, ये बहुत स्लो स्टेप में जाइए, क्योंकि देखिए मैं कल ही वेदस प्रभु को भी ये बात हमारी हो रही थी, इजी कम इजी गो होता है। जितना जल्दी भागना चाहोगे ना उतना जल्दी गिरोगे फिर। एंड स्लो एंड स्टडी विंस द रेस। धीरे धीरे स्टेप वाइज चलो, सीधे स्वरूप सिद्धि में पहुंच गए आप, बताओ। जो कि प्रभुपाद सीधे आपको बोलते एक छड़ी लेके मारते अभी, कि ये क्वेश्चन क्यों आया तुम्हारे दिमाग में। पहले समझो, तत्व को समझो तुम कि तुम कौन हो। पहले बॉडली प्लेटफॉर्म से तो उठो, ट्रांसेंडेंटल प्लेटफॉर्म पे आओ, सीधे स्वरूप सिद्धि पे पहुंच गया। तो ये सब क्वेश्चन नहीं होने चाहिए प्रभु, ठीक है।
ओके प्रभु जी, सॉरी प्रभु जी।
यस, अनकोटा प्रभु।
Yes, I think that the Mayavadis think that they are God because of the fact that they have a misconception because they have Paramatma in their heart. You think that's a misconception?
No, there's not a misconception. That is a disease. That is false ego at its peak.
Yes,
Okay.
okay.
The reason you and I are sitting here is because we want to contest Krishna. We want to become Krishna. We are envious of Krishna to some extent, to some degree. Even though theoretically we are saying that Krishna is supreme, Krishna is God, and I am surrendering to Krishna and I am chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but still we want to become Krishna. Why? Because we want to enjoy, isn't it? We want to enjoy. We overeat, we oversleep, we watch things that we're not supposed to watch. All these things are contesting with Krishna. But at least we know that this is a problem and we want to rectify that situation. That is a devotee.
Yes.
But when I say no, actually, you know what? I am him. I am Krishna. You are Krishna. Then that is my false ego at its best.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't take no for an answer, thinking that no, there cannot be a possibility that I am servant of Krishna. I am Krishna. I am the master. That is enviousness. So that is not a misconception, Prabhu.
All right. There's one more. Two other questions.
Yeah.
If somebody says to you, I'm God, then I will challenge you by saying, show me your Vishwarupa form.
Yeah. Or you can lift one 20 kgs dumbbell for 5 minutes with one hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Krishna lifted Govardhan. You lift only 20 kgs dumbbell. 5 minutes is also too much. 1 minute only, Prabhuji.
Yeah. And then the other one is, you mentioned there in the lecture, but I'm looking for it and I can't find where I wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'll give the example, and you can direct me to it.
Uh-huh.
Because Mahavishnu wanted to see Krishna, he abducted the.
No, not Mahavishnu. Varun Dev. Varun Dev.
No. I'm giving the one about Mahavishnu.
Okay, yeah, Arjun. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, give us the one about Mahavishnu first, and then you can direct me to Arjun. Where you wanted to see Krishna, that's why he did that.
Yeah.
And there's some similarity there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a similarity.
Just explain the Varun Dev again to me, please.
Yeah. So Mahavishnu wanted to meet Krishna, so Krishna goes with Arjun and then they meet Mahavishnu.
Yeah.
And then Varun Dev also wanted to take darshan of Krishna, so he kidnaps Nanda Baba, father of Krishna, and takes him to the underwater actually. And then Krishna comes searching for his father, and then he says, actually I wanted to take your darshan, I did not punish him, it was just so that I could meet you. And please forgive me and take your father back with very respect.
Yeah, that's right. There is that similarity there,
Yeah, there is Prabhu. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The other one is, you mentioned 4 things. The holy name, the eternal form.
Naam, Roop, Gun, Leela. Naam is holy name.
Yeah. Okay, holy name.
Holy name.
If you can give me in English, if you don't mind, please. Sorry.
Yeah. I will tell both. Roop means form.
Yes.
Gun means qualities.
Yeah.
And Leela means pastime.
Yes.
Okay. Naam, Roop, Gun, Leela. Yeah.
The 4 of them is holy name, eternal form. Is it eternal form?
Just the form. His form is always eternal.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one is about transcendental form, is it?
No, qualities. The third one is qualities.
Oh, sorry, quality.
Yeah.
And the fourth one?
Fourth one is pastimes.
That's the pastimes. I missed that one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Anyone else? Any question? Okay, so slowly we are understanding what life is about, right? The subtlety of life, understand why we are going through a certain situation. This is not a coincidence. This is not by chance. I have some problem. I am diseased. I am in the hospital. I am getting my treatment. And unless I become fit, I won't get out. I will be here lifetime after lifetime. The government is not going to release me. Who is the government? Maya Devi. She won't release me. This is an eternal game. Understand this life. Okay? And everyone in my life plays a role. They are all like the nurses, compounders, doctors, who is observing me how we are getting along. Okay? And we cannot escape from any situation without learning. If I don't learn, the same situation is coming in a different way. I won't be spared. Okay? So that is why it is said, Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyajina mam namaskuru. You give your mind to me. Don't do anything. Only you do my bhajan kirtan. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Mat karma krina mat parmo. Janma karma cha me divyam. You just completely become Krishna conscious. This is why Prabhupada is working. He works so hard from first line to the last line. He just said, become Krishna conscious, become Krishna conscious. Why? Because he knows how dangerous is the game of Maya. If you and I don't become Krishna conscious, and if we are trying through karma marg to get rid of Maya Devi, then good luck. It's not going to make things easier for us. No. The only way is Harer Naam, Harer Naam, Harer Naam, Eva Kevalam. Kalau Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatir Anyatha. Right? It is Sodasha Ankam Naam, Naam Kali Kalmashanashanam, Nata Parataropaye, Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate, Nata Parataropaye. There is no other way. Either you understand this right now and act on it, or you wait, because Krishna has all the patience in the world. He will wait. Yeah? So do it now. It's now or never. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so I don't think anyone has any other question. So thank you everyone for joining. On Thursday we'll have our Bhagavatam class as planned. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.